What's going on, guys? This is Ed from the drafting room here at Obsessed Garage, and today I'm going to walk you through how to use the Swisstrax design software. The first step is getting to the software on the website. It's pretty easy. You just go to the Swisstrax page, and on the top of it you can see the floor designer button. So you just click on that. You have the option to create an account in the software. The benefit to that is that you would be able to save your design, be able to go back to it and edit it if you need to, or change colors around. But for now, we're just going to go right into the design. So we're going to go to Create Now. We're going to go with a standard square garage. There are lots of different options for the size of garage or type of garage you have. So if you have one of these other options, you can use those. But for now, just the regular square garage is going to be fine. We're going to base our garage on a 20 by 20 garage. They have these little blue boxes, and you just drag these out to the desired size. And then the numbers on the side here will show how big you're going with it. For the garages, when I'm typically doing them in the software, I like to add another inch or two. It gives you a little bit of leeway for if there's any sort of cutting issues or anything like that when you're actually putting the flooring in. It just makes it a little bit easier for that. From there, the next step would be to add doors and windows. We typically don't go through this step because it's mostly for looks when you put those in, when you want to display it to somebody else. But if you want to put those in, there's this little blue plus button here. You hit that, and then there are a whole bunch of different options available to you. There are a whole bunch of different door sizes, garage door sizes, and then windows as well. If you did want to put one of those in, you just click on the specific size door or garage door you want to put in, and then click on it, and it'll put that in the center of the room. If you wanted to move it around, you would just click on the object, and then drag it from one side to the other to be able to put it in your desired location. You'll notice that on the side, it actually has measurements for where exactly that would be in the room. And when you are trying to switch walls, you want to keep it close to the wall, otherwise it won't really switch over that well. If you wanted to delete those, then you would just hit the red trash can right there, and that would get rid of it. The next step after that would be to actually put the pattern or any sort of sign in the floor that you wanted. There are a whole bunch of different options here. The most important ones for us are the actual tile type. We're typically sticking with the Swisstrax Pro. We find that that's the best tile to use for most situations. So you're going to select that tile. The next would be to select the color or the pattern. The Swisstrax has a whole bunch of different patterns in their software already, but the patterns themselves aren't really that good in my opinion, so we try to make our own patterns in the software. So the most important thing for us will be color one. We're going to do a three-tone color for the Swisstrax. It's going to be pearl gray on the inside, and then pearl silver border, and then slate gray on the outside. So since the main color is going to be pearl gray, we'll select color one and then select pearl gray. It is already selected for us, but they have a whole bunch of different options here on the page for you. So let's stick with the pearl gray. And then we can go ahead and start putting in the pattern. On the right side of the page, you will see a whole bunch of different options over there as well. One will be move, fill, 2D, and 3D. The 3D basically gives you a 3D model of the space. And you can kind of move through the software using that by just clicking on a point in the room, moving it around. But for putting in the patterns themselves, just sticking to the 2D is best. It gives you a standard overhead view. It's great. Move, if you click that, that will actually give you the ability to move the garage around in a circle, just to be able to get different views of it. If you actually wanted to put the software or the pattern in, you would click fill. From there, we are going to select, like they have the options over here again for the type of tile as well. We're sticking with the Swisstrax Pro, so we're going to select that. And then we're going to select our first color. Our first color will be the pearl silver. We're going to do a rectangle around the square, or square inside the square. Basically, to put those in, you click on a point in the room and then drag it across, and then that will fill up that line with the garage, or with the tiles. I am going to leave some space in the back for cabinets. Typically we leave around 2 tiles for where cabinets are going to be, because otherwise the tiles can go underneath the actual cabinets that are there. And that's we want to be able to show off the design of the flooring. So now that first color is in, we're going to go to the slate gray. Do the same thing, click a point in the garage, drag it across, and that'll fill it up. And then after that's all filled out, then we can go to adding the edge pieces. So when you click on the edge pieces, you see these green lines around. So to enter those in, you just click on one of those green lines and it'll put them in right there. You see how it kind of pulled the design down a little bit. It was to make room for the edge pieces, and also it adds in some tiles in the back as well. You can change the color of the edge pieces by clicking on color. You have a whole bunch of different options there. We are going to go with the slate gray. What we find best for designs is having the edge pieces match that outside border color. Just looks best. And then the next step after that would be to add in cabinets and cars. This is another step that we tend to skip because it's more so for presentation if you want to show it to other people. But there's a whole bunch of different options in there for cars, lifts, cabinetry, and then other, you can, if you wanted to, you could add in fridges or TVs and things like that. But for now, we're going to skip that step. Then after that, after the design's all done, you click on the last button, which takes you to the last screen. It has options for you to save your design, has an option for you to print the full design, and then check out. Checkout will basically take you to a checkout screen that shows you all of the tiles you need for the design. It also has a handy way to pay for everything right there. And that's how you use the design software for the Swisstrax flooring. If you have any questions about how to use it or have a more intricate design you want help with, feel free to reach out to us at design@obsessed.garage or support@obsessed.garage. And keep an eye out for more videos from us here at the Drafting Room. Thank you so much.